Still at it. Well, maybe this will help.
Gee, thanks.
You hacked into my computer, and now you're trying to sneak into my office.
I can explain it.
Yes, you can and you will, now that Bess is back where she belongs. So tell me, why are you so desperate to get into my computer?
Because maybe Bess isn't back where she belongs. There's a chance, just a chance, that the baby's not with a real mother.
Do you realize what you are saying?
Yeah. Unfortunately, Pop, I realize exactly what I'm saying. That's why I did what I did. That's why I need your help. Because we gotta figure out whose baby that really is. Albeit a small chance that Bianca's baby is the one that survived the crash.
Dad, you're not making sense.
I am. Listen, just hear me out, okay? There was only one person who was conscious the entire night of that helicopter crash. One person who saw those babies together, who was supposed to make sure that those incubators were secure. And that's Paul Kramer. Now, what if he screwed up?
What do you mean, screwed up?
I'm not saying he did it intentionally. God knows there was a lot going on. But what happens if he panicked? What if he made a mistake and switched the two babies?
Do you have any proof of this?
No. But you do. Right there on your desk. You got everybody's blood type on file. Pop, we get to the truth of this right now. Come on, Pop, it's easy. All you gotta do is open up the computer, right? Check out the files. Compare Bess's blood type against JR and Babe's. And then Bianca's and Michael Cambius. You got Cambius's blood type on that thing,
That does not mean I'm going to open up a private file on the basis of a pure speculation.
Are you kidding? Look, if there's the slightest chance that this baby belongs to Bianca, you've got to check it out.
I've gone along with a lot of your schemes in the past, but this time you have lost it.
Yeah? The same way that Bianca lost it when she left this hospital with Bess in her arms because she was convinced she was her child? Maybe she was right. Maybe she hadn't lost it.
Yeah, well, Bianca herself admitted she was confused.
Yeah, but confused doesn't mean wrong.
Well, how about Babe? I mean, if the babies really were switched, Babe would remember what her own baby looked like. She'd know there's a difference between her baby and Bianca's.
How could she? She was unconscious practically from the moment she gave birth. After everything Babe has been through, first the helicopter crash, then the septicemia, she's just begun to figure out which way is up again.
Yeah, well, she seems to know her own baby well enough.
You know, maybe she doesn't. Did you know she's having nightmares that she lost the baby, that the baby died? Maybe they aren't just nightmares, Pop. Maybe some awful, tragic mistake was made. You gotta help me solve this.
Ted, the fact that one mother is grieving and the other mother is having nightmares, it really is not grounds for an investigation.
I know. I realize it's not a lot to go on, okay? But I am begging you. I am desperate. Just open up the files, check out the blood types, and prove me wrong. Call me an idiot. We will never discuss this for the rest of our lives. Case closed.
You know, we have a real ethical question here.
Yes, you do. Because if there's the smallest chance that baby belongs to Bianca, don't you think she deserves to know it? Doesn't she deserve the right to raise her own child? Come on. We go in, we get the facts, and we forget this conversation ever happened. Agreed?
All right, let's see what we got.
So what have you got?
Nothing. There's nothing conclusive either way. Doesn't prove a thing.
Yes, it does.
Look, Tad, you're beginning to scare me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Pop, but if there's nothing conclusive either way, it does prove one thing. Bianca could still be the baby's. I was hoping that the blood results would rule out Bianca as a potential parent, but obviously that's not the case, so we're right back to where we started.
With these blood types, 1/4 of Pine Valley could be Bess's parents.
So there's only one way to be sure. Run a DNA panel.
Absolutely not.
Dad,
absolutely
don't have
not.
a choice.
No, listen to me. Babe and JR and Bianca have had their lives torn up. What they need now is some time to heal. They don't need us digging up more trouble for them.
I agree. The last thing I want to do is dump more grief in somebody's lap. That's why we have to do this on the QT.
Forget it. Forget it.
Yeah, don't we owe it to the people involved, to JR, to Babe, and mostly to Bianca, to make sure that the child is being raised in the right home? If she's not, could you live with that?
Well, if you can't live with it, Tad, maybe you better go to them with your suspicions.
No, come on. Be serious. That's not an option. I mean, what are we going to do? Run the test so that Babe and JR can live every day from here until the results come back thinking that this is their last with their child? Or give Bianca a sense of false hope so she can go out and buy all that stupid baby furniture one more time? No, the only way we can protect the people we care about is not telling them we're doing a test.
Look, running a DNA test on the sly, it's an ethical nightmare. And I mean, not to mention a legal nightmare.
Dad, we're talking about our family.
Yeah, well, you know, just recently I almost fired someone for following her heart rather than the rules.
Yeah, but you didn't. You didn't fire Anita because you know that sometimes in life you don't have a choice.
Yeah, we're on very difficult grounds here.
Pop, I know what a problem this is, but I cannot forget the look on Bianca's face when she gave that baby back to Babe, and neither can you. That's why you looked at those test results, because you know it's possible.
Doesn't make the decision any easier.
No, it doesn't. But you gotta make it. Because the more time that goes by is the more damage we do to people we love.
Hey, I thought I heard voices. What are you boys up to this time of night? Anything going on I should know about? Private conversation?
Family only. But I guess that means you.
What are we talking about?
Bess. Yeah, Dad can't get over the fact that JR is a father. Isn't that right?
Oh, yeah. She's a beauty.
Yeah, just like her mama. I tell you, every time I see her holding that little baby, it just takes my breath away. Have you ever seen a mama more in love with her baby?
My goodness. Look at that. You have to excuse me.
Places to go?
Some late rounds.
Life of a chief of staff.
Level. What did I walk in on, Tad?
I told you. 2 grown men turn into mush over a new addition to the family, that's all.
Yeah, I feel like much, too. Every time I see Bess, it makes me realize how Babe's finally gotten what she's always wanted. Her own family to love. I tell you, it just melts my mascara every time.
Tissue?
No. You know what else does that? Secrets. Certain shift in the eye.
Crystal, you got a really suspicious mind.
You've got a suspicious mind, Tad. You are just full of busting with your crazy, mixed-up baby theories. So tell me, did you tell your daddy about your silly ideas, even though you promised me you wouldn't?
Crystal, I never promised you anything.
Dad, my daughter's happiness is all that matters to me. Now, she's had to do without her whole life, and she never complained. So for you to start meddling and try to erase Bess from her life...
Share a little secret with you.
You're just full of them, aren't you?
You got to promise not to tell anyone.
I'm game.